If you got your mail, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
You know how sometimes fights get announced and we be like, damn, this the fight I ain't know we won it?
Yeah.
I think this is one of those fights.
A lot of bad blood.
Yeah, but not just that. It's just a hell of a matchup because you didn't think you would get it.
He hasn't fought in over 2 years and was called boring in his last performance. So why is Jermell Charlo suddenly calling out Terence Crawford, the new king of boxing? The answer isn't what most people think, and it reveals a harsh truth that just came to light. Charlo recently returned to the spotlight, making headlines again by boldly declaring, "I want smoke with Crawford." He says it would be an honor to share the ring.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the f would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me a offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
Charlo is trying to sell this as a massive comeback fight, claiming it would be the biggest matchup of our era. He's even trying to frame it as destiny, saying Crawford has no choice but to face him. Charlo added a respectful touch by admitting that Crawford accomplished something he hasn't, but that politeness can't hide what's really going on.
If they gave me a offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me. Obviously, nothing else that anybody else could. Earl and Virgil and the winner of them. But I really don't see nobody else. What y'all want me to do in the game?
All this talk about honor and the best fight of our time doesn't add up when you remember what happened the last time Charlo stepped into the ring. The scary truth is, this isn't the first time he's tried to call out Crawford, and the last time Crawford shut him down brutally. Back in 2023, shortly after his loss to Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, Terence Crawford could be on a radar. I think he already probably been on Twitter, like lip wrestling with the internet, just to get some clout, some fans, and it's fine, but he's a champion, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more because that's what y'all want from me, because Terence Crawford been talking shit, so they're gonna bring out a different animal in me, but I don't know which animal. Yeah. But yeah, man, I can fight Terence Crawford next.
Let's rewind to September 2023. Charlo moved up to weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez for a massive payday. But what followed was one of the most disappointing fights of the year. It wasn't just a loss, it was a total collapse. Charlo barely threw punches, landing only 71 throughout the entire fight. Canelo completely dominated him, and by the 7th round, a huge overhand right dropped Charlo to a knee. From that point, he switched into survival mode. Analysts were ruthless. Paulie Malignaggi said Charlo showed up for a paycheck, fighting like a man more worried about avoiding pain than winning.
How do you respond to him intentionally saying your name wrong? Because he said Zoo and then
no,
he changed
you know what? I
Zoo.
think he's that illiterate that he can't speak properly. Like I don't think he can. Yeah, he just. I don't know. Like you can make him try say that word and Zoo, but he can't say it. Poor bloke.
Ever since that night, Charlo has been inactive. Experts agree he has talent, but his problem isn't skill, it's reality. Sugar Ray Leonard said it best: weight classes exist for a reason. Charlo simply didn't belong in that division.
Weight classes for a reason, Ray. It looked like Charlo really couldn't get off tonight against Canelo. What did you think about it?
Styles make fights. That was hey, I appreciate the fight. I appreciate it.
The power he showed. You know, he fought the proper fight for the proper opponent. When you fight a guy coming up 2 weight classes, you're supposed to bully him. If he'd fought Floyd Mayweather that way back in the day, we saw a much better fight. But he didn't. But he's learned now, and that shows you that he's improved, and he understands boxing more now. Because he's bullied the smaller guy, which is what you're supposed to do.
ESPN's Al Bernstein echoed that sentiment. He said Charlo landed some decent shots, but none of them had the power to hurt Canelo. Bernstein added, "You can't box perfectly every second." But it was clear early that Charlo realized he didn't belong in there with that level of strength and power. Most observers agreed Charlo, a great fighter at 154 pounds, couldn't hang with the legend who's built to dominate at 168.
You can't box perfectly every second, and it's hard to hurt him. You know, Jermell Charlo landed some really good punches, but they just weren't enough to hurt him. So
I expected them to battle for undisputed. I expected, a little small wage war, but it didn't happen. You feel me? Anticlimactic is what I would call it, because I just think Charlo realized early on that this wasn't where I was supposed to be with this type of power, with this type of strength. So he kind of survived and made it to the end of the fight.
What Charlo admitted after the fight said it all. Even though he tried to keep his head up, his words gave away the truth. He called Canelo a beast and said, "Maybe I felt it more because this was my first time at that weight." He even admitted, "I wish I could have put on 5 more pounds." Charlo confessed that it was the first time he'd been hit so hard that he actually felt dizzy, a clear sign he was fighting completely out of his depth.
I thought it was about as good as it gets. I thought that was a tremendous all-around demonstration of what makes Canelo Alvarez the greatest fighter of the generation. From the fabulous chin, to the very effective defense, to mixing power punches together in the middle rounds, to landing one of the best right hands he's ever thrown to knock Charlo down, and using a series of left hooks to widen the margin down the stretch of the fight. It was vintage Canelo. It's about as good as it gets. I think it was a one-sided fight because Canelo Alvarez is a historically great fighter. I mean, Jermell Charlo is a talented fighter. He's proven that in the ring. But once in every generation, maybe twice in every generation, you get somebody who is up here, better than all the rest. That's who Canelo Alvarez is.
Terence Crawford watched that lackluster performance live and wasted no time responding. He went straight to social media and fired back coldly. "Yeah, you went out sad. Didn't even try to win." He continued, "You just tried to survive. You should be ashamed." Then he dropped the hammer. "I'm done with you. You're no longer on my hit list. You laid down and let Canelo spank you like your father." Crawford's words hit harder than any punch.
Man, Charlo gave him too much respect, man. He didn't fight his fight.
what would you do to Canelo?
I don't know if he was scared or not, but, Canelo did a tremendous job in there. He did what he had to do.
Really disappointing fight. Awful. Thought Charlo was just like, I don't know, it's like even when Golovkin fought Canelo, he never, in the third fight, it's like, I don't know, are you getting paid too much money? Have you got too much money? Because the special ones that have got too much money still stick it on the line. Canelo, AJ, but it almost looked like Charlo was like, I'm getting, I don't know what he got, 8 million, 10 million. And I was like, it's almost like, let's not hurt each other in here tonight. Just gonna get our money. And it's like, all the talk about legacy, sticking it online. A lot of fighters go, I'd rather get knocked out, carried out, than lose on points. But actually, how many fight like that?
9 years after Charlo's failed attempt, Terence Crawford moved up and weighed himself all the way to 168 pounds and did what Charlo couldn't. He didn't just compete, he dominated. Crawford crushed Canelo Alvarez and won by unanimous decision, taking every one of his belts. Recent footage shows Crawford still looking sharp, focused, and hungry, proof that he's ready for whatever challenge comes next. And that's exactly why Charlo's sudden call-out feels less.
Yeah.
You interested at Crawford at 154?
Where we can make a fight at, I'll take. I should be 1 or 2. I should be up there in the top dog. As long as I'm in the pound per pound, don't matter to me.
I'm not in competition with the Terence Crawford ring walk. I know that's what everybody trying to get the answer to. Them came out with Eminem. That was some bad shit. Like, I ain't gonna front. That's some cool shit. And it's gonna be hard to beat that. He win. That's not my world. We don't get paid for that anyways. But I almost had like Lil Wayne or something. I had some people I've been in contact with. So we shall see.